Hey Monica, Jessica Peterson here. I had the privilege of speaking with Danica earlier, and she accepted this video on your behalf. And I'm super excited she did, because today I'm going to go over a few tips you can start applying right away, and it's really going to help you guys out online. And I know that this is going to help you guys because it's helped over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys across the U.S. And I'm not just talking about bringing in an extra job or two. I'm talking about a significant impact, hitting goals they didn't even think possible. So I know that if you take this information and run with it, it can do great things for you as well. And please feel free to take it, run with it, do it on your own, no problem. But if you want a partner, go ahead and reach out because this is our specialty. Okay, so we're going to go over three main things today. We're going to talk about content, we're going to talk about citations, and then backlinks. So here we are on your website. And when we do drive customers to our website, we want to make sure we can convert customers. We definitely want you guys to get some click to call buttons here. And also move your form from your footer up here. That's going to make a huge difference just on conversions because you want to make it as easy as possible for your customers. Now for me, I'm having a really hard time with these videos on this website. They're just really, really fast and it kind of makes me motion sick. So I'm just going to scroll past that. Okay. So when it comes to ranking a website, it's less about how it looks. It's more about content because content is key and we do need a lot of content. Google ranks your website based on the content and the usability of your website, being mobile friendly and a couple of those other things. But content is one of the biggest factors, and content includes videos, images. You want to make sure images are, okay, Fire Damage Restoration Service, North Las Vegas, Nevada. Perfect. You want to make sure your images are saved and optimized. So this one's good. You want to make sure all your images are optimized with those local keywords. And then also is this written content, okay? Because Google sends crawlers to your website to scan your website to learn more about who you are, the services you offer, and where you offer those services. So it is really important that you have the right content, the right written content that answers all of those questions. Oh, can't go down there. And then I am happy to see that you have service area pages because those are also really, really important. More content strategy allows you to build content around each of those locations and have a good dialed in keyword strategy. So Google sends those crawlers to your website. They're like mini robots to learn all about you. And so this also needs to be keyword focused, local keyword focused, okay? You don't want just generic keywords. And understand that people search differently. So you want to capitalize on the various ways people search. So this stuff here should be Las Vegas fire damage restoration, water damage repair Las Vegas, okay? Because 99% of the time when your customers are searching, they've never met you, they don't know who you are, and so they're not going to search by your company's name. They're searching by the service they need, and so every single page on this website needs to be dialed in around your keyword, okay? Now, this home page is one of the most important pages on your website because it ties in all of these other pages of your website. And so this page alone should have at least 1,500 words or more of written content focused on those local keywords. Now, If your competitors have 1,500 words, you need more than them, because we always need more than what our competition is doing. And so if they have 1,500, you need to focus on 1,800 to 2,000. Okay? And so you really have to work on your content and keyword strategy, not just on your homepage, but throughout your website. And then when we talk content, content isn't just about what's on your website, but also what you're putting out on the internet, on your social pages and Google business profiles. It's really important you're talking about those services and service areas and using those local keywords, because again, each of those are opportunities sending Google signals about who you are, what you do, so Google can actually send people your way. Okay? Now, as we know, our customers start with a search like this. And we want your business to be able to show up when they do those searches. And there's 3 main spots that your business can show up on the first page. Okay? Not just show up, but dominate those spots. Okay? So you have the first section, which is always going to be your ads. Those are cost per click ads, local service ads. And these can be really, really fruitful for you guys as long as you have the foundation set up and everything dialed in. But if not, it can actually be a huge money pit. And if that's the case, we should focus on these other 2 areas first. And that's because more people come here first. So this is the Google Map Pack, Google Business Profiles. You need your business to be one of these top 3 in your service area and for all your services, because 30% of people skip everything and come right here. So when you're not one of these 3 companies, you are sending every single one of those jobs to your competition. Now, in order to get in the top 3, there are several factors, but the most important is citations. And that is simply listing the name of the business, address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, Better Business Bureau. And so you need a lot more of those citations than your competitors. And each one of those citations, again, are sending information to Google about what your business is about, the services you offer, and where you offer it. So those are really critical for your business. And this third section here is the most important section. And that's because 60 to 70% of people skip the ads, they skip the maps over here, and they come right here to organics. So if your business doesn't show up here, again, you're losing 60 to 70% of your business every single month. Okay? So in order to get here, it comes down to the foundation and the quality of your website. Having the proper pages, the right content and keyword strategy, so Google can understand you, trust you, promote you, and send customers your way. Now, let's look at the top competitor for water damage in Las Vegas. And we do have ServPro. But don't worry, you don't have to compete against the entire franchise. We're only competing against these local locations. And believe it or not, they are very beatable. Because these franchisees have their hands tied. Most of the franchises don't allow them to do much edit here. They don't allow them to write their own content, go after their own keyword strategy. So you actually have a huge advantage over them. So all we have to do is better than what they're doing. Dial in those keyword strategies. Have better content. More content. So more content on the home page and services and more pages, more blog articles, etc. So we just have to do better. And then we're going to support that with backlink SEO. Okay? So that brings us to your backlinks. Now, sorry, just 1 second. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to tell us how your website is performing. And we can see here you have a rating of a 9 for your website out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow. So Google doesn't trust your website yet. And that is partly because of the content on your website, but more so the power you're sending to your website. like everything else we use, nothing works without power. And so we power a website with backlinks. So we need a lot of backlinks. But we don't want just any backlinks. We need good quality backlinks. This is a popularity contest. If you go out and get backlinks from Burger King, even though they're a high-ranking site, have great authority, you guys don't sell burgers. So it's actually going to be considered spam. So you have to go after related types of services, home service website links, vendors, magazines and articles related to your services. Those are going to give you more authority. It's going to help increase this score, and it's going to help Google promote your website, help those keywords rank, and drive traffic to your website. So we need a lot of these backlinks, and we need more than the competitors, but we have to be going after the right ones, and it's making sure we're setting that power every month. Now, you have been indexed for 39 keywords, but you're only getting about 7 people to your website organically per month. So you're missing out on hundreds of potential traffic and customers every single month by not having these strategies in place. If we look at your keywords, you have one keyword ranking at the very bottom of the first page. That's Emergency Restoration Service, Sun City, Nevada. Okay, so we definitely have to work on your content and keyword strategy and get that keywords ranking so you can drive that traffic. If we look at ServPro, this location has a really low score. They're not doing much to help it because honestly they can't do what needs to be done, so it's not going to do anything. But because the website has all this authority, has such a high score, it's able to push the power from the main site to these locations, which is able to help them rank these keywords and get a lot more traffic. And if we look at the keywords, they're actually ranking in the first couple spots for these buyer intent local keywords. So again, yes, these guys are definitely beatable, but you do have to apply each of the strategies that I've just shown you today. And when you do that, you have a huge opportunity to be able to dominate in your area. So please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it on your own, and drive that traffic. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in growth, at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty. And we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So if you have any questions or you'd like to chat, go ahead and respond to my email or give us a call and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.